Hello everyone, and welcome to Kpop ARAKATE, the place where every emotion, every untold story behind the stage comes alive again. But tonight, get ready for something different, something raw, something that will stay in your heart long after the lights fade. It began as a night meant for celebration, a night of music, laughter, and reunion. But before the first note even filled the air, the world of K-pop was already holding its breath. Jin's voice soared through the arena like a soft, trembling prayer. Thousands of light sticks shimmered like stars caught inside a heartbeat. But beneath that glow, a shadow quietly began to form. Euphoria floated through the air. Every fan, every journalist, every trending algorithm waited for what should have been a perfect ending. And yet, it became something else entirely. The spotlights traced the stage in golden arcs. The sound of cheers, the warmth of unity. It was all there until suddenly it wasn't. A silence fell, not the kind that comes from peace, but the kind that presses on your chest, refusing to let you breathe. RM stepped forward. One step, two steps. The crowd leaned closer, waiting for words they could sing along to. But instead, they heard a confession. The music stopped, the air turned heavy, and the world stopped with it. No one expected that a night built for joy would turn into a mirror, reflecting pain, truth, and exhaustion that had been hidden behind years of perfect smiles. His voice trembled, not because he was weak, but because he was finally being honest. He spoke of sleepless nights, of anxiety that wrapped around him like a shadow, of the loneliness that came even when the cheers were loudest. For months, he had carried it all, the leader, the thinker, the steady one. But on that stage, the walls cracked, and for the first time, the world saw the man behind the music. Every word struck like lightning. Every pause hung in the air like thunder waiting to break. RM wasn't performing anymore. He was confessing, and the world listened, breathless, silent, and changed. On the edge of the stage stood Taehyung, still, quiet, a figure wrapped in light and sadness. He had always been calm under pressure, graceful even when the world shouted his name. But this time his eyes glistened, and no amount of control could hold them still. He looked at RM, a long, wordless gaze that spoke louder than 1,000 apologies. It said, "I feel it too. You are not alone." When RM's voice faltered, Taehyung took a step closer. Not dramatic, not planned, just real. A single touch on the shoulder, a silent breath shared between brothers. And in that moment, the entire arena knew this was no longer a show. It was a confession. It was healing. It was two souls holding each other through the noise. When Taehyung's tears finally fell, they shimmered under the lights. Proof of everything words could never say. The cost of loyalty, the beauty of vulnerability, and the quiet heartbreak of love that endures. But even amid the storm of emotion, something felt wrong. There was a gap, a silence within the music, a space where Jungkook should have stood. Fans noticed immediately. Every camera angle, every wide shot, the absence was impossible to ignore. Where is Jungkook? The question echoed through chat rooms, comment sections, and timelines. Was he sick, overwhelmed, or was it something deeper? Something the world wasn't ready to hear? Rumors spiraled. Some whispered about exhaustion, others about personal battles. But no one truly knew. His absence became louder than any presence. A missing heartbeat in the rhythm of the night. When the concert ended, the internet exploded. Hashtags trended worldwide. Hashtag RM speaks. Hashtag where is Jungkook. Hashtag Taehyung cried. Clips of the moment spread like wildfire. RM's trembling voice, Taehyung's falling tears, and that haunting empty space where Jungkook should have been. Fans stayed awake until dawn, replaying, rewinding, analyzing. Each frame became a clue, each expression a piece of the truth. Forums filled with debates and heartbreak. Was this a breakdown, a turning point, or a cry for understanding long overdue? HYB released a statement, carefully written, speaking of rest, privacy, and gratitude. But by then, the story had already outgrown the words. The world wasn't just watching anymore. It was feeling. 3 figures. Three stories intertwined in silence. RM, the leader who dared to break in front of the world, proving that honesty is its own kind of strength. Taehyung, the empath, who let his tears speak where language failed. Jungkook, the missing soul, whose absence became a symbol of mystery, of pain unspoken, and of the invisible weight of expectation. Three names, three reflections of what it means to be human under a spotlight. RM raised his hand toward the crowd. It trembled slightly. Taehyung stood beside him, eyes still shining with sorrow, and between them, a void glowing under white light. Where Jungkook should have stood, a silence that said everything. As the lights dimmed and the cheers faded, the air changed. It was no longer the roar of celebration, but the quiet hum of realization. Fans sat still, unsure whether to clap or to cry. For some, it was simply a concert gone wrong. But for millions, it was the first time they truly saw BTS. Not as idols, but as fragile, beautiful human beings. Social media transformed overnight. Fan art bloomed. Messages of love flooded timelines. Hashtags turned from gossip to empathy. Because somewhere in the middle of that chaos, a truth had been revealed. That fame, no matter how bright, can never shield someone from pain. And yet, within that pain, there was something radiant, a rare kind of beauty born from truth. That night will be remembered forever, not for the perfect stage, not for the music, but for the courage to be real. Taehyung's tears, RM's trembling voice, Jungkook's absence. Together, they told a story, not of perfection, but of humanity. For the fans, it wasn't just heartbreak. It was a reminder that love for an artist means loving the person too. It means understanding their silence, standing by them even when the lights go out, and maybe in the middle of all the chaos and confusion. BTS, not as icons, but as men, found something greater than fame. Freedom, because that night wasn't just a concert. It was a mirror, and when we looked into it, we didn't just see them, we saw ourselves. Vulnerable, brave, alive. If you felt it too, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us what you saw, what you felt. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Kpop ARAKATE, where we explore the stories, emotions, and truths behind the dazzling world of K-pop. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and remember, even the brightest stars sometimes need time to rest.